Her text came in at 2:14 a.m. No punctuation, no emotion. Just cold, detached pixels glowing on my screen. I'm calling off the wedding. It's over. No explanation. No warning. Just gone. We were 2 weeks away. Venue booked. Rings paid for. Her dress hung in our closet like a promise waiting to be broken. I stared at that message for a solid minute. My heart didn't race. My hands didn't shake. Something far colder settled in my chest, the kind of stillness you only get when reality slaps you harder than grief ever could. So I typed back, acknowledged. And that was it. No begging. No anger. Just a single word. One final line in a chapter one didn't realize was already ending. But what she didn't know was, I wasn't blindsided. I'd already seen what she'd hidden. And the next move was mine. We met like something out of a movie. Two strangers at a bookstore reaching for the same copy of The Alchemist. She laughed first. I apologized second. We had coffee an hour later and never really stopped talking. She was witty, sarcastic, and had this way of making even silence feel warm. I was hooked fast. Within a year, we moved in together. By year 2, I was down on one knee, ring in hand, heart wide open. She said yes with tears in her eyes. I believed every one of them. We planned everything together. Color schemes, playlists, guest lists, honeymoon options. I let her take the lead on most things because seeing her excited made me feel like I was doing something right. Her family adored me. Her dad told me, "You're the kind of guy I always hoped she'd marry." I took that to heart. I treated her mother with respect, laughed with her cousins, paid for her brother's bar tab more times than I could count. I wasn't just marrying her. I was investing in a life, a shared future, a name, a home. I paid for the venue deposit, the catering, even helped her finish her master's degree. All in. She used to send me little texts throughout the day. I love you more than coffee. You're my safe place. Promise me forever. And I did. I just didn't know. She'd been promising someone else too. It didn't fall apart all at once. That would have been easier. No, this came in slow, quiet drips. The kind that wear away trust one drop at a time. She started staying late at work. At first, it made sense. Deadlines, team projects. I brought her coffee once, unannounced. She wasn't there. Her coworkers said she stepped out. She texted later saying she was just in a meeting. No big deal. Then she started guarding her phone like it was made of gold. Screen always face down. Notifications silenced. She laughed at texts I never saw and locked the bathroom door when she took her phone with her. She never used to do that. She picked more fights, tiny things, stupid things. I forgot to buy almond milk. She said I didn't care about the details. I left my shoes near the door. Suddenly, I was too comfortable. Every conversation felt like walking a minefield barefoot. I chalked it up to stress. It's just wedding anxiety, I told myself. But in the back of my mind, something was whispering louder each day. This isn't normal. And then one night, I said I missed her. She looked at me like I'd said something offensive. I don't need to be smothered right now, she said. Smothered. From affection. The woman I was about to marry was slipping. And I couldn't tell if I was holding on too tight. Or if she'd already let go. It was supposed to be simple. She asked me to fix her laptop. Some update bug was freezing the screen. She handed it over casually, without thinking twice. Maybe she forgot what was on it. Or maybe she thought I'd never look too closely. But while running the update, I noticed a folder on her desktop named Tax Docs. Nothing unusual, except I'd done our taxes. That folder shouldn't exist. Curiosity tugged. Maybe it was wrong to open it. But my gut was screaming. Look. So I clicked. Inside wasn't a single PDF or spreadsheet. It was screenshots, videos, messages, pictures, different names, different faces. One of them was a guy I recognized, a mutual friend who used to joke about stealing her away someday. I thought he was being funny. Turns out, he wasn't joking. There were timestamps from nights she told me she was working late. Captions like, "Last night was wild. I can't believe he still doesn't know. I feel powerful. I felt sick." My fiancée, the woman I was going to spend forever with, had a curated archive of her betrayal, neatly stored like a memory book of infidelity. I didn't rage. I didn't confront her. I copied the folder. Every file. Every message. Every frame. I smiled when she came home and kissed me on the cheek like nothing had changed. Because she didn't know yet. But everything had. She was in bed scrolling through TikTok like any other night, laughing softly, asking me if I wanted to watch this funny dog video. I said sure, and handed her the popcorn. Meanwhile, my mind was replaying every message I'd read, every photo I'd saved, every fake smile she'd worn while talking about our future. I sat on the other side of the bed, laptop open, pretending to answer emails. The tax docs folder now lived on an encrypted USB, tucked in the lining of my jacket. She had no clue. She told me she was tired, kissed my forehead, and rolled over. "Love you," she said. I looked at her back. Her breathing slow. Her world still intact. I whispered, "Yeah, I know." And in that moment, I decided not to blow it up right away. I didn't want a screaming match. I didn't want lies and fake tears. I wanted something cleaner, colder, final. I stared at the ceiling that night, next to the woman who had burned our entire life down behind my back, and I felt no rage. Only clarity. She had already ended us. She just hadn't read the memo yet. 2 days later, the message came. I was at the grocery store, of all places, comparing pasta sauces when my phone buzzed. "I'm calling off the wedding. It's over. I need time to find myself." No call. No face-to-face. Not even the decency of a conversation. Just a digital goodbye from someone who used to dream with me about what our kids would look like. I stared at it for exactly 7 seconds. Didn't feel heartbreak. Didn't feel shock. I felt confirmation. She thought she was pulling the rug out from under me. What she didn't realize was, I had already moved the furniture. So I responded with exactly one word. Acknowledged. No emotion. No panic. Just closure. And while she probably sat there smirking, thinking she had all the power, I was already queuing up the folder. The moment she walked away, she handed me the match. Now all I had to do was light it. That weekend, her parents invited me to dinner, unaware of the text, the betrayal, or the storm hiding behind my calm expression. It was supposed to be a friendly catch-up, a can't wait for the big day kind of meal. I showed up with a bottle of wine and a flash drive. Her mom hugged me like usual, beaming. Her dad clapped me on the back. They still called me son. I sat at their table, listening to them talk about flower arrangements, seating charts, how excited they were to see their daughter walk down the aisle. I let them finish. Then I said, "There's something I need to show you." The room shifted. I pulled out the drive, plugged it into their TV, and opened the folder, Tax Docs. Video 1, her kissing another man, not a peck, a full-on moment straight out of a bad romance movie. Her mom gasped, hand to mouth. Her dad stood up so fast his chair fell back. I didn't flinch. Next came screenshots, messages dripping in arrogance and lust. Her mocking me, calling me boring, predictable, and too loyal to notice. She bragged about juggling guys during wedding prep. Her mom was crying now. Her dad was pacing, jaw tight. Her sister, who had always been skeptical of her drama, muttered. I knew she'd mess it up. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I just stood, took a breath, and said, "She texted me it was over. So now, I'm just delivering the receipts." And with that, I left the flash drive on the table and walked out. Dinner was over. So was the charade. It didn't take long for the cracks to explode into craters. By Monday, her family group chat was in flames. Her aunt messaged me, "We're so sorry. We had no idea." Her dad sent a voice note, not asking questions, just saying, "You didn't deserve that. Not for a second." She tried damage control, of course. Told her mom I was manipulating things, that I hacked her laptop, that it was old stuff. But it didn't work, because the folder was time-stamped, and the faces in those videos, recognizable. Her friends began texting me too, not to take her side, but to say thank you. Apparently, I wasn't the only one she played. One girl told me she was bragging about a backup plan, in case the wedding ever felt like too much. Another said she once joked, "Why have one man when they're all so easy to fool?" Suddenly, her inner circle wasn't so inner anymore. Her cousin canceled her bridal shower plans. The venue coordinator called to ask if the booking should be held or released. I told them, let it go. And then, quietly, people started disappearing from her life. No more brunch invites. No more dress fittings. Just silence. And whispers. She lit the fire thinking I'd burn. But the flames only revealed her true reflection. And the ashes? They were hers to sit in. 3 days later, she showed up at my apartment unannounced. No makeup, messy bun, hoodie way too big for her frame. She looked nothing like the girl who used to plan Pinterest weddings. She looked like someone who realized the house of lies had collapsed, and she was buried under it. I opened the door but didn't invite her in. She said, "Can we talk?" I didn't answer. Just leaned against the frame and waited. "I panicked," she started, voice trembling. "I didn't mean to hurt you. I got overwhelmed. The pressure, the wedding, everything felt like too much and I didn't know how to say it. I let her talk. I made mistakes. I know. But I didn't think you'd actually show them. My parents won't even look at me. My friends, half of them blocked me. You destroyed everything." I raised an eyebrow. "I destroyed it?" She swallowed hard. "Okay, no, I just didn't expect you to go there." "You mean show the truth?" I said. Her silence said it all. She tried to reach for me then, hand brushing my arm. "I still love you. Maybe we can fix this." I pulled back. "Love doesn't look like this," I said. "And fixing, that's not what you're here for. You're here because you lost." Tears welled up. I was scared. I nodded. "Now you're sorry." She looked at me, waiting for softness. But I didn't have any left for her. "Goodbye," I said, and closed the door. Not with a bang. Not with revenge. Just with finality. She should have left it alone. Instead, she went online, full-blown PR crisis mode. Posted a long Instagram caption with a soft focus selfie and a vague quote from Brené Brown. "Healing is not linear. We all make mistakes. Some people choose revenge over compassion. I choose to grow." The comments were locked. The caption was trash. But the internet doesn't forget receipts. Because someone, probably one of her ex-friends, leaked the folder. Not everything. Just enough. A few screenshots. A 10-second muted clip. A cropped conversation that clearly wasn't fake. Reddit got it first. Then someone posted a TikTok breaking it down, complete with dramatic music and voiceover. It went viral in under 6 hours. People commented, "Imagine cheating and trying to play victim. She really tried to gaslight the whole internet. This the one who said she was overwhelmed? Gull. She tried to delete her socials. Too late." Clips were being shared in meme pages, Storytime channels, and even a few reaction videos. And worst of all, one of the guys from her little folder, the one who was engaged, got dumped by his fiancée the same day. She saw the leaked messages. Posted a selfie captioned, "Dodged a bullet. Thanks, Internet." He blamed her. She tried to blame me. But all I did was respond. Acknowledged. She tried again. This time, through my mom. A phone call out of nowhere. My mom, hesitant, said, she called me crying. Says she wants to apologize properly. Said she's changed. Then came the emails. Paragraphs upon paragraphs. Emotional dumping masked as reflection. I've been going to therapy. I realize now what I threw away. You were the only real thing in my life. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to earn your trust back. And then came the gifts. A box of memories, delivered to my door. Movie tickets, inside jokes, the book we first bonded over. She even included the ring, the same one she wore when she was laughing in another man's hotel room. Then the voicemail. Please don't remember me like that. That wasn't the real me. I was scared. Selfish. I didn't deserve you, I know that. But if you can still see anything good in me, please, talk to me. I played it once. Then deleted it. Because she was right about one thing. She didn't deserve me. And I didn't need her apology. I needed peace. And I already had it. My mornings are quieter now. No chaos, no eggs thrown at the wall during fights that started over nothing. Just black coffee, a podcast, maybe a run if the weather's good. I moved into a new place, smaller, but it feels like mine. The kind of space where peace lives in the corners and nothing feels like it's waiting to explode. I started saying yes to things again. Friends I hadn't seen in months. Weekend trips. Dumb hobbies I used to love before my life became all about wedding planning and walking on eggshells. I even started dating. Slowly, carefully. No chasing. No proving. Just honest connection. One dinner, one laugh, one moment at a time. And the best part? I look in the mirror and see someone I recognize now. Not the guy who was blindsided. Not the guy who had to collect receipts to be believed. But the man who learned how to choose himself. I kept the ring, by the way. Not for memories. For lessons. It sits in a drawer, not bitter, not broken. Just still. A reminder that forever should never feel like survival. She thought walking away would shatter me. She thought I'd beg, spiral, chase her into the mess she created. Instead, I let her go, with grace, with silence, and with a folder full of the truth. I didn't ruin her. She did that herself. I just stopped hiding it for her. And here's what I've learned. Love isn't proven by how much pain you're willing to endure. It's proven by how quickly you walk when someone hands you disrespect wrapped in excuses. She wanted options. I gave her consequences. She chose lies. I chose myself. Now, she's sitting in the rubble of her choices. And I'm standing in the peace she never offered. If she ever wonders what went wrong, she can open that folder again. Because it contains everything. Except me.